Alright, I'm going to give you a first look at this record player that goes with that Zenith 7S682. Looks like I have a friend here helping me out. Come on, Freddie, down you go. Come on, buddy. Nope, don't need any kitty help today. You just keep watching the TV. Fred will sit on that chair, and he looks up at that television, and he'll watch that TV for an hour or two. He's just a kitten. He's a good fella. We love cats around here. And in case you're curious, I am watching a little bit of Buzz1151. If you haven't seen Buzz's stuff, you need to check it out. Buzz is hilarious. He puts a little comedy skit in there. I don't want to give you too many details because I want to let you find out for yourself. But you'll learn about Dickel. And there's sort of an ongoing banter between Buzz and John in Arkansas that cracks me up. So check him out. He's a lot of fun. He's a great radio restorer, far better than I am. His stuff looks and probably works a lot better than mine, but he is awesome. So let's back to this record player. So this is not the original record player for a 7S682. This is something that somebody had sort of stuck in there. It looks to me it looks like some Admirals I've seen with the way this controller works and that tone arm. Looks very like an Admiral to me, but who knows? It's very simple. This is not a changer, so I'm sure someone took the drive components out of a changer and then mounted all this stuff on this board just so they could have a way to play records. Maybe the original died, and so there are no really change components. This should be really simple to do. There's just a motor and basically the spindle bearing and all that, the suspension for the motor. I'll go through all that. I'll take the motor apart and clean it, clean the bearings, re-lubricate it, and I'll put new grommets for the suspension parts. That should be easy. I'll check all the wiring, make sure it's okay. No problems there. This is a multi-speed, and so I'm going to make sure all the speeds work. It came with no cartridge at all. That's okay. I'll call Gary at Voice of Music Audio Enthusiasts, or I'll send Gary an email rather, and I'll get one of the crystal cartridge replacement kits, and I'll have to get the one that's meant for all speeds. So that's no problem. This is a nice light tone arm, and I will be able to adjust the weight in the back if I need to, but I don't think I'm going to have any problem making the 6 to 8 grams that I think it's a P228 that it uses that I'll be able to get with that kit. And that's a really nice cartridge, by the way. If you haven't used one, if you have never done a record player with the stuff that Gary has, I highly recommend it. That it's a Feinsteel, I think that's how you say it, cartridge, P228, and it sounds really good. I've put it in lots and lots of stuff, and they've worked out really well. So anyway, this record player, I keep wanting to say changer, will be next. Let me pause for a second while I lift the platter off. I need both hands to do that. Okay, so I got the platter off. You see it's a typical rim drive platter. Very odd. I don't see any, if this had been a drive removed from a changer, there probably would have been gear teeth or some sort of a gear on this, but I don't see one. But boy, that sure does look like an Admiral. Just the way it's set up looks Admiral to me. But so I'll set that aside. Let's take a look at what we have. Oh, terrific. So this thing has got a single idler wheel right here that actually drives the platter. It actually feels pretty darn soft. I don't know that I'll have to replace that. I might be okay. And then there are these three, I think they're called turret drive wheels. Some of them I've seen, these have rubber vulcanized to them too, and they work a little differently. But it looks to me, I'm getting real close here, it looks to me like those are just, oh wait, yeah, there we go. So there's a vulcanized wheel under each one that rides on the main motor spindle. Boy, bad camera technique, guys. I'm sorry. I'm new at this, so I'll get better. Rides on the spindle and then drives whichever speed you select. So when you change the speed, it moves that whole turret. I think it's called a turret. Moves that assembly and it engages the vulcanized part of the wheel on this drive spindle from the motor, and then this idler portion of the wheel rides on the idler wheel, which is held up against the rim of the platter. And that's how it works. I think I might actually be okay. These feel really good, like they were recently replaced. That doesn't make sense. This thing's been sitting for years. But in any event, we have the blessing of good weather here. We don't have a lot of humidity, and if this thing's been kept out of this, out of the heat, this rubber may have held up just fine. I'll put a little rubber renew on it to clean it up, and that might be all I need. I don't feel any dimples. Of course, the way this thing is designed, one of the advantages of this style is that there's a neutral position, or the off is a neutral position, so that none of the little turret wheels, drive wheels, will be resting against that motor spindle, which is what causes a little dimple in the idler and makes a noise when it plays. So this may just be a matter of cleaning this up, dressing the wheels maybe with some rubber renew if I have to put them in the drill press and spin them a little bit and run some 1000 grit over them just to rough them up or whatever. I'll do that. Other than that, it's just a matter of cleaning and lubrication. Piece of cake. So anyway, that's the first look at this. I'll go ahead and get started on it, and I'll keep you up to date on this one as well.